You can't deprive me of my oxygen when my body needs it most.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in Waterloo, Ontario. And before I get to our story, folks, if you can, please go to journalistdefensefund.com. Sometimes we have to pay lawyers, sometimes it's bodyguards, but it's worth it when it comes to bringing you the other side of the story. Well, I'm outside the Waterloo location for Crunch Fitness, and I'm with a member, well, an unhappy member, perhaps an ex-member, Tanya Demas. And folks, I have to tell you, through the Rebel News tips line, we have had at least 3 or 4 tips about Crunch Fitness. It's a chain of gyms, and they're complaining about one specific thing. Masks are mandatory when you're working out. And Tanya, you have a problem with that, and certainly the other people that alerted us to this have a problem with that. What's going on with Crunch Fitness and the fact that they're mandating masks when you're doing your workout?
Well, prior to September 1st, their policy was to wear the mask to the exercise machine, wipe it down, take it off, exercise, and then wipe it again, put the mask on. And I think that's great. As of September 1st, they mandated masks during exercise. This goes against the municipal bylaw, the provincial bylaw. It is unhealthy. It is against the health officials, the World Health Organization, and it's not healthy to do this. And they've crossed the line.
And you know, Tanya, I mean, I'm thinking my own gym in Richmond Hill. It's unfortunately closed because York Region is in stage 2. But they had a policy of you got to wear a mask into the gym. But once you change on the exercise floor, they definitely don't want you exercising with a mask on. In fact, as you said, it's potentially unhealthy, especially if you're doing cardio. You need your oxygen. And then they just want you to wear the mask out the gym. Our lawyer took a look at the Waterloo bylaw. And according to what he read, wearing a mask while exercising, that is over and above what the bylaw states. It does not mandate a gymnasium like Crunch to mandate that. Why do you think that they're enforcing this rule?
I mean, I understand everyone wants to stay open, and I think that's great. I believe we all took the best precautions with this gym. I love this gym. But, you know, when it's all about safety, but when it comes to my safety, you know, you're forgetting that there are other things.
Yeah, and you know, it's fascinating. I took a peek in. It's surreal to me. Everyone is wearing a mask. The people lined up to get into the gym, they're wearing a mask. But I guess they have no choice if they're a member. Those are the rules. But you're taking a stand, aren't you, Tanya? You've decided to pursue legal action.
Unfortunately, after trying to speak with them, that's what I had to do. And my most important condition is to drop the mandate, go back to the other policy, which is perfectly great and safe for everyone. And it's simple as that.
What is the nature of the claim? I understand you're going through small claims court. And what are you suing for? What is it that you're hoping to achieve?
I'm suing for the max amount in small claims court, $35,000, and a drop in policy. And I will negotiate if we don't go to court for just a drop in policy.
And you'll have to inform us how that proceeds. I understand in the future you're going to have a discussion to maybe come up with an out-of-court settlement. But in the meantime, are you going to this gym? Are you masking up to exercise?
Absolutely not. I was told by Crunch that I can go find another gym, and I had to sign a 1-year contract and pay 3 times more at a different gym.
Wow, that is significant. And you know, because I understand right now, unfortunately, like so many other Canadians, you've been laid off from your job because of the pandemic, and really you've kind of got time on your hands to go and have a workout, and this crazy policy is preventing you from doing so.
Absolutely. It's not safe or healthy.
I also wonder what science this is based on. We had recently someone with the Centers for Disease Control. He was asked the question, does it make sense for someone who is healthy to wear a mask? And his answer was one word: no. So if the Centers for Disease Control is saying this, then why does Crunch think, I guess it's scientific, it's medical policy outweighs the CDC?
I think these are crazy times. Again, I think people just want to stay open as a business, and I understand that. But you do have to draw the line and not go above and beyond the law and the health of your members.
Yeah, I agree. And what do you make too of the compliance, or is it a matter that people they don't have a choice if they don't wear a mask? I imagine they're escorted off the premises here at Crunch.
I have not personally tested their policy, because the policy is a policy, but I do know of a few witnesses that it has been enforced. A member that was kicked out, and yeah, so.
Again, let me be clear, it is over and above the bylaws for Waterloo. And certainly the CDC is saying a healthy person shouldn't wear a face mask. As far as I can tell, Tanya, I really think this is virtue signaling. It is Crunch kind of making a statement through its policy of, look how pure we are in trying to, make an end to this pandemic. Because really, there's no rational reason for this. In fact, I think it's detrimental if you're on a treadmill and you're wearing a mask. You need your oxygen, don't you?
Yeah, you can't deprive me of my oxygen when my body needs it most. Just like at a restaurant, I can sit down and eat. This is the same thing, except you're actually social distancing as well. So there shouldn't be a problem.
Folks, check out this image. You see the individual with the giant animal head on. This was, I guess, a social media posting, Tanya, where they said, oh, you don't have to wear a fabric mask. You can wear an animal head mask. When you originally told me this, I thought you meant the print of an animal on a fabric mask. But they're talking about some kind of, I don't know, a Halloween mask, something that you'd see a mascot at a ball game wearing. Is this for real?
This is for real. I took a screenshot. It wasn't Easter. You can see in the description. They're talking about it's not limited to a mask, and they said this animal head works too. So they, after I commented on it, they did take the video down.
Could you imagine working out with a mask that size on your head?
It just seems like a big joke. So.
Wow. A joke indeed. Folks, it's like I said, last year when Mad Magazine went out of business, it's with good reason. How can you possibly parody the world we live in today? It is just bizarro world crazy. My name is David Menzies, and I'm doing a story. This lady has got a lawsuit on Crunch. It's about the masking policy.
Okay, you're not recording me right now. If you can just put that down.
Well, actually, we're in a public place, right? So.
Yeah. Well, if you want any information, you can contact that person.
Oh,
I don't want to be on camera right now.
Well, folks, nobody here at Crunch wanted to come on camera. I've been given a name of someone to email, but I'm going to hang around the parking lot for a little bit and see how other members feel about the mandatory mask rule. How do you guys feel about having to work out with a mask on?
I feel it's no big issue. It doesn't stop me from breathing or anything. It's basically like, I don't know, it's just, I don't notice the difference really, so okay. I don't think it's a big issue.
Maybe you're way more healthy than I, sir, because I couldn't imagine doing especially cardio with a mask on. But how about yourself, sir? How does it interfere with your workout at all?
Actually, I found it did. That's why I actually got one of these masks. They're just extra breathable. I don't think they maybe work as well, but it was something that I thought I should try just because I felt like I definitely didn't have like enough air at some points, especially when I was lifting some heavy weights and doing lots of reps and sets together. So.
And that's the thing, sir. I mean, like, as we understand it, as I said before, they're not mandated to have people exercising. Where I come from, York Region, the gym there specifies do not wear a mask when you're working out. Just wear a mask into and out of the club. Why do you think Crunch Fitness is implementing this policy?
I believe maybe it's due to the higher cases in KW recently that we have implemented the policy. But once again, I'm really happy that we have the option to wear the mingle mask, because I was noticing I was like suffocating with cardio during those types of exercises and all that. So
that's very significant. So when you were wearing the fabric mask, getting on the treadmill, the step or what have you, you were having problem breathing, I guess, if you're doing a vigorous workout.
Yeah, if it's something vigorous, especially like if it's a surgical mask, the blue ones, like the waterproof ones, then yeah, I definitely noticed a big difference when I switched to this, and I felt a lot more better with my workouts.
And I guess the ultimate question, guys, is that since Crunch doesn't have to do this, if you were given the choice to go to wear a mask or not wear a mask, What would you do, sir? Mask or maskless?
Personally, I think I'd go maskless just because I believe at this point this is pretty much maskless, so I don't see the difference. So yeah.
Okay then, and yourself, sir?
I would probably go mask from machine to machine, or like if I'm filling up my water or something like that. But if I'm at a machine by myself or with my group of people, then I'd probably go without a mask.
So in other words, when you're actually doing the exercise, you would take the mask off then? Yeah. Okay then. And yourself, sir?
I would just keep on the mask on. I just feel a bit more safe with it on. I'm not sure. It just feels more comforting. Like I don't feel as worried at times. Like just like a bunch of people around. Like I'm not sure if they do or have COVID or not. Like if they're not following rules. So it just feels like a bit more security.
But you know, you are young, you are healthy. Statistically speaking, you have a 6 times higher chance of getting killed by a car crossing the street here in front of the gym. Does that not sway your opinion at all?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
All right then. But on the flip side, you would have no problem with mask freedom, allowing other members, if you want to wear a mask, hey, mask up. But if your colleagues don't want to wear a mask, that's okay too.
Yeah, if they want the freedom to not wear a mask, then I'm all with it. But like if just for me, that's just my personal preference. Like I wouldn't be like mad or anything if I saw a bunch of people not wearing masks in the gym. But just for my just my security, I just feel like I'd prefer to wear the mask.
Oh, that's something interesting. You saw people not wearing a mask, and were they? Did staff tell them to mask up or anything like that?
I saw like a few people like going around like without a mask, but like I think like some like employees like would tell them to like put on mask like in between workouts. But yeah.
Well, Tanya, I just spoke to 3 young guys. They just had their workout. They were all masked up. Significantly, 2 of the 3 said if given the choice, they wouldn't wear masks. So I guess, you know, there are other people that espouse your point of view that they'd rather work out without a mask on. Please keep us informed how the lawsuit goes or how the out-of-court action goes. If Crunch wants to reach out to us again, I'm all ears. I want to hear their side of the story because none of this makes sense. I mean, listen, we all, for those people that have free time, you want to go to the gym, being healthy body, healthy mind. Myself, you know what, folks? I have a washboard stomach. It just has 30 pounds of laundry on it right now. I got to get to the gym. Tanya, I wish you success in your fight, and good for you for fighting for freedom.
Thank you very much.
Hey folks, if you like us bringing you the other side of the story, please go to journalistdefensefund.com, make a donation so that we can pay our bodyguards and our lawyers to continue bringing the journalism you've grown accustomed to.